Unresolved Problem segment tonight. Without a doubt, the city of San Francisco is the most liberal place in the entire country. And now the folks there may be paying a price for electing far-left people. Since the year 2010, property crime is up more than 60% in San Francisco. In fact, the city by the Bay has the highest per capita property crime of all major U.S. cities. We asked Fox News correspondent Claudia Cowan to take a look.
Along with cable cars and iconic landmarks, San Francisco is now becoming known for homelessness.
It's awful, it's dirty.
Tent camps and street crime.
There is a ton of drug use out in the open.
Amy Lander's car has been broken into twice this year.
When it happened the second time, this window was completely shattered. There was glass everywhere.
According to FBI data, San Francisco has the highest property crime rate of the nation's top 50 cities, with about half the cases being smash and grabs. Police Chief Greg Suhr says it isn't that the police are turning a blind eye to the petty crime and the aggressive and growing homeless population. It's a shortage of cops, which he hopes to remedy by hiring 200 more by next year. But others blame the city's politicians, legal do-gooders, and a city full of residents willing to accept the deterioration on the streets in the name of political correctness.
And I hope the people of San Francisco are finally starting to understand what has been created here by a very small group of lunatic politicians who still control a majority of that board of supervisors. It's disgraceful.
San Francisco has a long history of tolerance, which has made it a magnet for the homeless and mentally ill. But tolerance has a price, which more people here are starting to realize.
If you knew how many people stopped our cops on the street and said, how did it get like this? What is this? Why are there people urinating on the street?
None of San Francisco's 11 board members would talk to Fox News about the issue, with this one walking off before I could ask a single question. They can ignore us, but they're facing angrier voters. A recent Chamber of Commerce poll shows a sharp rise in residents who say the city is headed in the wrong direction.
It makes me sad that that's not what people are going to say about San Francisco. Oh, you have an incredibly high rate of property theft and vandalism. It's not what I want to be the conversation topic when I think about this town.
A town learning the hard way, you reap what you sow. In San Francisco, Claudia Cowan, Fox News.
And joining us now from San Francisco, Angela Alioto, former president of the San Francisco Board of Supervisors. So pretty bleak on the crime front. And you yourself have been a crime victim, is that correct?
Well, I've had my car broken into several times, Bill, but the concept that it's homeless people is absolutely absurd. There have been 4,000 car break-ins this year and only 130 arrests. That's the problem.
4,000?
This is a ring.
4,000 were only in April.
This year.
4,000, most of it's breaking windows. It's not Jimmy and locks. It's like crashing a brick through the window.
No, let me tell you what happened with my car. With my car was locked, and then when I went back to the car, it was still locked, and all of the glove compartment was all over the middle of the car. These are very smart people. This is organized. This is not a homeless person walking down the street. This doesn't have anything to do with homelessness and to make poverty.
All right. Forget about the homelessness for a minute.
Right.
Forget about that for a minute. How did the thieves get into your car?
Hey, we are in the internet center of the world. I think they can get in the car anyway. I have no idea how they got in. I was a little.
All right, so you think it's an organized? All right, wait, but obviously 4,000 in San Francisco. If people haven't been there, it's not that big a city. It's not like New York.
No.
I mean, it's a compact area. But now almost everybody who parks their car in there is at risk at any time for getting their car broken into. But I'll tell you what, you might not want to blame the homeless, but certainly you know, Angela, that the quality of life on the streets of your city is dismal. They're everywhere. They're urinating, defecating, throwing up, shooting up. You know it.
Hey, Bill, wait a minute. You're the first to know that we will always have the poor with us.
Oh, come on.
You know that. I read the book.
This is totally out of control.
No. Listen, the homeless situation is absolutely out of control. The lack of funding for mental health is absolutely out of control. But that has nothing to do with auto burglaries. Auto burglaries are literally a circle of people that come to town, leave town with the money, go to their ringleader. We need to find the ringleader. We need to have judges that
maybe your
enforce
police officers,
the full sentence.
Look,
we need more officers.
Angela, you have a permissive atmosphere in the city. All right? You know what happened to Kate Steinle. You know what the sanctuary city thing is.
I do.
You know what the city council.
I wrote it.
The city council doesn't want to deal with crime. They think it's a social problem, not a criminal problem. Okay?
Well,
and I'm telling you, people watching tonight, they're going, you know what? You guys in San Francisco deserve it for electing these pinheads. You deserve it.
Bill, you cannot mix it with the social issue of homelessness. You just can't. Crime is crime. Homelessness is a totally different issue.
There's so much drug addiction in your town. If you don't think the drug addicts are doing it, you're crazy. Drug addicts are doing a lot of it.
But we need to enforce the law. We need to enforce the law, and we have the most beautiful city in the world.
You got sanctuary city. You don't enforce federal law. Why should they enforce local law? They don't enforce law, period. Come on, Angela, you know it's out of control.
That's not true. It is out of control with the failure to arrest. We have 130 arrests when you've got 4,000. Absolutely. They need to be arrested first time or 10th time.
No, you got to feel sorry for them, Angela.
Any question about it.
You got to understand them.
No, don't feel sorry for me. I live in the most beautiful city in the world.
All right.
Okay,
well, I
Bill.
may have to come out there and run for mayor, and then it'll get back to being the most beautiful city in the world. Angela Alioto, everybody.